It's been a very long time in the making. I apologize in advance for the Hellman team. It was supposed to happen quite a while ago. For those of you who haven't been in the community, or for those of you who have been, Hellman have been with us basically since day one, all the way through the incentivized testnet V1, all the way through the initial testing of SSV. One of the longest standing teams to come and work on the SSV protocol, come and work with us. So we're very, very happy to talk about the grant. We're very, very happy to finally show you their faces so you guys can finally meet the team. They've been with us for a long time. So if you ever dropped by our Discord, you definitely saw their name. Now you can match a face to it as well. So like always, we have Ben and Ariel from the grants team. They'll be asking the questions. I'm here to moderate. And without further ado, Robert, passing you the ball to introduce the team and get started. I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Hi, thanks so much for introducing us and bringing us here. And hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for tonight. No matter where you are, here in China, it's night. And good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. So thanks for coming. And my name is Robert. I'm from the Hellman team. Tonight, I'm with Tony and the MMT, both from the Hellman team. So I'm so happy to bring you what we're going to build for the SSV network, our grant plan, the proposal. And for the next few minutes, so I'm going to show you our plan, of course, but first we're going to introduce our team and ourselves, our team, and also our proposal for the grant and what we are going to build and what's going to benefit for the SSV or the Ethereum network, but why we stick with SSV for so long time since the day one, as we just mentioned before, and what we can see from the SSV and what we see it's from its potential. And okay, so I'm gonna introduce ourselves, our team member. So we are a research and development organization based in Shanghai. So we have a little bit less than 100 colleagues over here. So we pretty much spread out to different teams. So as one of the leading Filecoin mining technology service provider in the pool, so we have rich experience and also foundation on pooling on Filecoin, which gave us a solid foundation and give us a little bit of flexibility to conduct the research on the token economics, conduct research on the cryptography, and also a lot of look into a lot of new programs and new projects going on right now. And we are really interested in a DAO, in NFT, and Ethereum. So we also have our little projects on the NFTs and also the wallet as well. And we have been building several tools for different projects as well, and also as well as exactly the same prototype for this grant plan, what we built before for the Filecoin. And also we have an operation and maintenance team standby 24/7, and they have very good reputation of rapid reaction and solving all the technical difficulties as well. And we've been very professional and also building all kinds of tools, as I mentioned before, and also during the V1 testnet. And we have been doing a good job acting as an operator with in average, more than 95% of the stability. And that's pretty much us. And here are some of our achievements over here. So starting from the V1 testnet, we were the verified operator, and so we were so glad to work with the 461 validators, and I strongly believe that we're top 100, and with average performance more than 95%. And we have been actively working with the community And we promote SSV Network in the Discord, Telegram, and WeChat group. For those who don't know what WeChat is, it's like the top #1 social media network and communication tools in China or Chinese-speaking countries. Yeah, and we applied for the micro grant, and we got. Thank you so much for grant us the funds for us to build the V1 reward searching engine. So that one. So I guess many of you were using. So you type in your address, and then you know the component of your rewards. And operator ranking board, and you see who's the top. I think it ranked up to 50, if I didn't make it wrong. And also we built a tool, so we're really proud of. So to generate the key, and so for the faucet. So if you are strong technical background, it will take you probably 10 minutes or a little bit more to have the key ready. But if you're using our tool, it's just 1 or 2 minutes. So save you a lot of time and being very convenient. And we also are, so as I mentioned before, we are a research and development organization. We have done a lot of research, and also we create content for SSV to post on the Medium and other social medias on like Chinese community, and do some of the translate work as well. And also, so next I'm want to show you some snapshots over here. So instead of switching around with different websites, so here for the first one, you can see so pretty much right now, so we are 98.72% of performance, pretty high, I guess. And then so we have 285 validators working with us. And the second snapshot, so for those working with us very frequently, you may know, is the searching engine we built before, and also the ranking board and a key generator. And the other one is a like research article we've been written for Hellman, and also we have some Chinese articles as well. So we didn't post over here, but if you want, we can send you the link. So what I want to say is, so we are really like technology driven, and we had experience at building all kinds of tools to make the blockchain project better, convenient, and more inclusive. And also we are so enthusiastic in the SSV, so we think it has a lot of potential. And for the one you're looking at right now is a sample what we built for the Filecoin. So this is something we want to build as well for the SSV network. So it's pretty much a network monitoring tool. And it's so additional to this, so we will have subscription button services, and then you can subscribe for it. So and later on during the second section, I'm gonna deep in a little bit deeper into what we're gonna build. Okay. And okay, let's go to the juicy part, which is our proposal to the grant. So what we are trying to build is a network monitoring system to monitor basically two things, and to have three purposes. We want to ensure a stable network to participate during the merge, which is right now. So congratulations, it's going very smooth. ETH2 is going very smooth, out of my expectation. It doesn't mean I don't want it to be smooth, but I don't remember how many times I imagine all kinds of issues will come out, and then, but yeah, as far as right now, it's going so smooth, and I'm so happy for it, and also of course happy for SSV. And we want to build a tool to ensure a stable network to participate. So we really care about people like us to join the network as a validator or operators. And we hope to build a bridge between the operators and the validators, and help them communicate and help them to choose each other based on the performance and the fees, whatever they like. And also, we hope to build a monitor service to monitor the quality of the service and also the fund balance, because we have a fee to pay in the SSV network. We have the collateral, so we don't want it to be out of fee to get punished. So that's basically the monitoring system is doing. And also, we want to build a subscription service. When you click subscribe, and then you got a notification. You got a notification by email, by Discord, by text message, whatever you want, and to monitor the insufficient balance and the performance, and also more. Because I think so. I think we're going to build something else. So to showcase the performance of the validators, and also some basic statistics of the network as well, to make it like more colorful and make so it's like a more complete tool. Just not only just a subscription and you're getting email notifications over there. But it really depends on how much time we have, but we're trying to make it better and to showcase our skills for the team. And also, I think those are our interests to make it better. And so the structure on the right is basically showing that. So for a validator, they have fees to pay, the operator fees and the network fees, and also they need to pre-store for the liquidation collateral. So they have the risk to get an insufficient balance. And so at this time, they can't check all the time their balance, and sometimes the people making mistakes, and then they get run over the balance and they get punished. So they don't want something like this happen. We don't want it happen either. So we want to create a notification for them to create a better user experience overall. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the architecture of the tool we're going to build behind it. So yeah, if I didn't make it correct or I'm missing something, I hope my team member will just remind me or break in right now. So basically, we're trying to retrieve data from the Ethereum SSV network as a whole. And also, so we have the data store over here, and then we're going to create a rule engine, and this is based on the user through the API server to give us the rules. So, for example, insufficient balance, so how much they want to set, how much they want to have, and also the performance, when performance the threshold at a certain level, say they want a notification, and also the fees, so they can set a fee levels, and we can send them a list of the validators with certain fee levels, so on and so forth. And with those rule engine, and to combine with what we get from the on-chain data, so they can get whatever result they get. So to go through into a notification service, and also the dashboard, we're going to show on our website. Okay. So let's go to our milestone. So actually, we are working on it right now already. So because our AMA delayed for like 1 or 2 weeks, so actually we started already. And so for the phase 1, we're gonna have our UI design to have a brief overlook of what exactly what we want to show in our website, or what kind of a email, so our client, our customers, our subscribers, they're gonna get. And we already had a conversation with our product manager and last week, and then we had a good conversation, and then I think they will be started working on starting next week. And the phase 1, I guess, will be completed by, I think, end of October. And phase 2 will be our backend data synchronization and rule engine notification center services and API interface, and which will be conducted in November. And phase 3 will be our front end development, a little bit softer launch. So inside our team, our group, and later on, we're going to invite probably some of the members and probably you guys, and to help us to test it out. And we have the community test and also open source version release to everybody. And then we have a final release, final launch. So we will have the maintenance period of at least 1 year. So we will just keep maintaining it for at least 1 year. And then it depends on the needs and if it's required by the if it's still necessary, if it's true, everybody think it's a powerful tool, and then we can just keep doing it later on. Okay. And I will just, after the plan, I will just go a little bit deeper of how we see SSV and why we've been stick with SSV from pretty much day one, and why we like it. And we saw opportunity, as you know, so we are one of the leading Filecoin miners here in China, of course, and also all over the world. And then, but we also see, so we're growing big, and then we have the resources, opportunities, and we think Ethereum, especially going to the 2.0, will create enormous opportunity out there. So right now, the statistics over here shows around 13 million of Ethereum, 54K stakers in the market, and staking rate accounts for 11%. The merges on the way, merges right now going perfectly, and then so I'm really anticipated to see. So if the security can be guaranteed by POS, same as POW. So this is something I really want to see. And hopefully, yes, and then I really hope to see the result. And SSV is one of the leading, and I think it's the only one network is running on the testnet and pretty much go through set on sale. So I think this is the only one. I think it's a good concept. So one thing is single point failure. So we solve that problem. And secondly, I think it's been very inclusive. So right now we have 1 into 4, and then we're gonna attract more people to get into the POS and the Ethereum staking, and to lower the entry barrier. I think it's more DAO, and also speaking of DAO, I think one thing that amazed me for SSV is, so last time, I think 1.5 months ago, I was speaking with the team members with SSV and about this grant. And so we say, except those 2 notifications we're going to build. So what else? So do you guys think is useful and helpful for the community? So do you know what they told us? So it really surprised me. They told me we should consult with community and then let the community decide. And I think this is a full mark and 100% answer I want to hear. So this is really decentralized. So everybody decide. So it's not one person or one team decide what's going to do. It's not from me as a developer team, not on them as a project developer, but on everybody. So that's what I see from this point. And sorry, this is going a little bit slow. We have a little bit of animation over here. For those who are new to SSV, so I want to show everybody a little bit of statistics about SSVs. So for the V1 network, we have more than 3,000 operators, and we have close to 16,000 validators, and there are 5.1328 staked over here. So the large number, so many people are joining, And so the DVT technology, as I mentioned before, so it's secure and a scalable technology for sharing validated private keys between operators. So it lowered the entry barrier and it's secured, removed the single point failure, and also also it's created more opportunity for us to join, for everybody to join this environment. And also, so as I speak before, so the roadmap is pretty clear. So SSV, it's stick with the roadmap, and seldomly delayed, but we're trying to catch up a little bit by little. And DAO, as I mentioned before, really surprised me. And even, what kind of tool we're going to use for this AMA, we need to vote. So yeah, so it's not like joke, but it's really DAO, really decentralized and being very liberal and democratic. So this is something I really like. Okay, thanks so much for listening, and then I'm open to all kinds of questions. And I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope you enjoy your experience with SSV. And when our tool come on board, and hope you like it and give us feedback. All right, thank you.
Wow, Robert.
Wow.
Wow. Really, I think that first of all, please, by all means, send me the presentation. I'm going to copy all of the slides and the visual effects. You guys couldn't see it on your end because there's a bit of a delay on Zoom, but this was by far the nicest presentation that I've seen in a long time. So first of all, kudos for that. Really nice. Lots of words of wisdom. I'll let Ben ask his questions, because when I start asking questions, it doesn't end well. I take over the conversation. So I'll let Ben ask the first questions, then I'll jump back in.
Well,
sure,
Ben,
sure.
Again,
and
hello
Ben,
there.
Thanks so much for your beautiful words. And Ben, be gentle to me. I'm not the technical person.
Don't worry too much. You know what?
I may cuss out my colleagues for it.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. You know what? I spent the whole morning trying to prepare a couple of questions, and then you answered them all during your presentation. So I should have skipped, my morning routine and give up on creating questions for today's AMA. No, really, that was really great. I enjoyed your storytelling, and as Aaron said, the presentation was really good. Again, this is Ben speaking. So first of all, and on behalf of the grant committee, I'd like to congratulate you on receiving this 25K grant to build the notification and monitoring system for SSV. Congrats. So to our dear community listeners, if you want to learn more about the proposal, go and hop over to forum.ssv.network, where we published the full proposal of Hellman, and of course, every important detail. And I have to say, it's only a few weeks ago since Hellman was awarded, as you mentioned, a 5K micro grant for your work during the incentivized testnet, the early days, so to say, where you've created the tools to make the testnet operation much easier for the community. Personally, I've also checked out your latest tool to create the validator key, making it even simpler to join the ShifuNet test network, and it is, I think, another great example of your contribution and dedication to the SSV network. So even I know you gave kind of an answer to that. My first question is not very difficult. It's the opposite, very simple. Once again, why SSV? What attract you guys so much in terms of the technology, and maybe also, once again, the community aspect, the DAO aspect? You mentioned it already, very open, very decentralized, but maybe you can share a few more thoughts on how your journey was with the SSV network and its community.
Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned before, so we joined SSV since the very beginning, at the very beginning. So in our team, the structure is, so we have a small group of what we call pioneer or or the strategy team, so consists of a few people. So they're hunting around for the new project, for a project that has a potential. So at the beginning, I think two of our colleagues saw the opportunity of SSV. And then we think at the beginning, we think it is a very, very good idea to have the DVT technology. So we've been thinking about that. So is there a way so that to solve the problem of Ethereum to a single point of failure, and at the same time, so it can lower the entry barrier to let more people to join the Ethereum network? Because for us at the beginning, we're kind of outsiders because we've been focusing on the storage providing services like Filecoin, Crust, and and so on and so forth. And this is also new for us. So it's like we're learning step by step. And with SSV is going, it's going, it's growing. It has its incentivized network, and then we are also starting learning. So the POS and also the DVT technology with it as well. And then later on, we figure out many things we built before for the Filecoin and for the other projects. We can also build for the SSV as well. And then we start to try it out, and also we of course apply for the grant, and then we consult with community, and then one thing I want to mention this community is it's really, I mean, friendly and also inclusive. So many people, so many very good developers. They're trying to solving the technical problem for the others on the community. So they're not so jealous about the others making a fancy tool and getting a grant. They're always trying to educate the newcomers and people who want to join. And also we received a lot of help for them, with them as well. And also at the same time, when we later on, with a little bit time after the V1 network, we accumulate a little bit experience. We do the same thing. We also do the same thing to the community. We trying to help the newcomers and trying to promote this network. I think this is the spirit of the decentralization. I think it's not only DVT itself, it's not only a technology itself, it's a good concept. It's a good concept of the union of everybody holding hands. It's like four validators or four people, they're holding hands to achieve something significant. So I see it a different way of SSV, but this is truly what I thought and our team thinking about SSV network. And it sounds like a beautiful story, but if you think about something behind it, I really hope you agree with me.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great answer, I think.
Yeah, and also I think something I really like is so we are on our learning curve, and also SSV is kind of doing your learning curve as well. So we're step by step to holding our hands together and to making some significant like move for the future of Ethereum staking. Yeah, I think I really like this kind of atmosphere. Yeah, this kind of environment.
Well, yeah. I can feel your joy. This is really great. So let me add one more question, because we haven't touched those areas with other grants before. Again, can you tell us a little bit about your commitment on maintaining your solution in the long run after you build it? You mentioned that you will support maintenance for like 1 year. What is exactly included in the proposal, such as operations and maintenance costs, and what would be beyond that scope? I think that's a very important factor for this kind of grants, growing the larger ecosystem of SSV.
Yeah, so So yeah, so we're committed to carry out the operations and also the maintenance for a year, for sure. So I mean, so pretty much all the daily operational needs are included, and also just in case something goes wrong, and then troubleshooting and to fix the technical glitches, they're all, of course, all included. And one thing I hope to make it better is, so it really depends on our time and capability as, so I hope to listen to the community. So if they need something else for the notification, for example, not only so they short of a fund, and also the performance that they're able to choose the operators, and also something else. For example, if they want to combine the selection criteria, so are we able to build that? So that's something we will keep doing, keep working on, and keep trying to figure out if we can do, or if it's really necessary to build such kind of a tool which can benefit the community and also improvise the user experience. So not only the daily maintenance, of course, that's something we're trying to use, and also we're trying to make it better. So yeah.
Cool.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if it's it answers your question. And also the subscription service is one thing, and the other, as I mentioned, we're trying to create a dashboard as well. Since what we already getting data, as I mentioned before, so we're not creating the rule engine first, and then we retrieve data from the chain. So we first retrieve the data from the chain since we have the data already. So we'll see what else we can showcase in the dashboard to put on our website to benefit the user, let them to see the statistics of the SSV network, and also a little bit of background of SSV as well. So yeah, so on and so forth. Yeah, that's something that we're gonna build as well. Yeah.
Awesome. You see, my questions aren't that critical, and I think with that I can hand it over to Aaron. Let's see what he has.
Ooh, thank you so much.
Robert.
Yeah, I know a little bit of German. Yeah, so I used to live in Austria for a little bit. Yeah.
Nice.
I wish I knew some Chinese, but no.
No.
First of all, Robert, I have to say again, I'm blown away. Very, very nicely put. Very warm words. I appreciate it a lot. There's one thing I would like to put an emphasis on. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, although the Hellman team got rewarded for what they built for V1, when it was built, no compensation was promised. Nothing was guaranteed. They built it and then delivered, and only later the network rewarded them. So they actually built the tool before we even have a grant program. So it's important to note that that was perhaps the first team to ever build anything external on top of the SSV network. So first of all, that's very important to mention. My question is sort of a twofold. You kind of beat me to the punch when you described how you have this special team that goes around, scouts the ecosystem, and finds the next project to focus on, which is great. I would love to know a bit more about how that process works, because a lot of the smaller teams in a network are having a difficult time deciding where to put their eggs, or where to start, or sort of what the first step towards building a solution or adding a feature or a grant, whatever it may be, taking the first step. So my question is, how does that look like internally for you guys when you scout and find a project? And the second part of it is, once you found that project, how are you guys so convinced that you can allocate manpower and a lot of resources towards building something for a project in its early stages without even knowing what or if it will succeed in the future? I'm really curious to know how that looks like.
Okay. And so firstly, thank you so much for your beautiful words. Yeah, indeed. At the very beginning, so So building that tool for the key generation tool and the billboard was voluntary at the very beginning. That's our concept. So if we think it's really helpful, and then we want to fully engage with one project. So we want to, we don't ask for anything at the very beginning. So at that time, we didn't even know there's a grant program. But thank you later on for telling us, and also to
there wasn't one, Robert.
give us a grant. I mean, thank you. That's even good.
Beat us to it.
Yeah, that's even good. Yeah, so cool. And yeah, so thanks so much. And to answer your question, so for the two parts, firstly, so in a daily basis, we look into different projects, and sometimes it was introduced by the other team or the other colleagues or the other company in China. So introduced by them or even Filecoin, everybody. And also we do our hunting. So on various tool like Masari, and also to see, so are there any new projects getting invested and getting financing, and also we attend some kind of all kinds of a hackathon to see if there are any projects we're really interested in, and also fit our philosophy, so which is very important. So I mean, so if it's not following our philosophy, so I think it's not very needed, because even if you invest a little bit human power and later on growing more and more, and then it's not sustainable. You can't go along with it forever. So yeah, so technical background is one thing very important. You see, so the technology behind it, as I mentioned, SSV, the DVT. So this kind of a technology, so it's something we've been thinking for a long time. And also SSV is the leading, and also probably right now in the market is the only one. Went through all the way through the so testnet right now is ready, setting to sell. And also the other thing is the community. So how they build their community, how they conduct marketing. It's very, very important for the blockchain technology, because for the blockchain project, so one key thing is how to get people involved, because it's decentralized. So if you just have one or two key players, it compromises decentralization. So you need more people to join, more nodes, more participants. Then you need to think about how to market your project, and also how to create a fair way, the token economics to incentivize those participants. So those are the key things we want to really keep in mind, really take into consideration. Third thing is financing. So usually, so for the project with very strong background, partner with a very strong background, so they have more resources, and they have more resources, and then they can have more participants to join in. And usually, so they have the ability, they have the luxury to grow stronger and larger. So basically, those are the three things we've been thinking. So the first is the technical background, is the technology itself, and the secondly is, does it fit our concept, and is it really decentralized, and to promote more participants to join in. And third is the partners and the ventures and the financing. So I think those three things are very important for like a startup project. Yeah. Yeah. And also, if you want to say one more thing is, so if if we are really able to build a useful tool for the project. So if we are not able to build a useful tool for the project, so yes, just don't bother. Yeah.
That's always true. It's actually funny you should mention Filecoin and the hackathon. We actually are going to participate in our first ever offline hackathon, and the co-sponsor there in that event are Filecoin. So that's it's actually funny how, you know, it's a 360 kind of thing. If you don't mind me asking, I hope you don't, what other projects, teams, decentralized solutions are on your radar, or where else are you guys participating in? Maybe I should invest myself. So I'm just curious to know.
No, as I said, so at this stage, so advanced a stage, so I think SSV is probably the only one at this stage, and probably the other one on our radar is Obo. So I think they are like way behind you guys. So and also since we started very beginning with you guys, and we have restaurant relationship, and then we see the potential. So that's why we want to have our full engine on with the SSV. So yeah, so I think on the market, so right now, like the top two will be you guys and the Obo. I think they are kind of lagging behind. Yeah, a little bit as far as right now. Yeah, hope we keep it up, you know.
Yes, I hope so too, man. I hope so too.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, it's not bad to have all kinds of projects. I mean, so I hope they have some other initiatives as well, innovations as well. And as far as I know, right now, so I don't think because we're at a different stage as SSV and Obo. So I think as far as I right now, we don't see a lot of things going on out there. But I think if they have the other way of doing things, they have other new renovation, that would be a good thing for the whole world, for the whole blockchain world. So it's not a bad thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think from our perspective, the more people touch DVT, the more people build it, the more it will be used, and the more assurance we know that it's the right path, that it's actually something needed, right? So definitely, actually, another team out of China/Singapore recently started working on it, Safe Stake as well. So that's actually cool. They actually forked the UI and forked the code, which means that we're definitely on the right path towards something. So it's great to see.
It's always a positive feedback loop. So if you make a pronounce and more people focus on this this racetrack, and then you drive in more traffic, and then you benefit to the whole like ecosystem. So it's always a positive feedback loop. So it's not that bad. So to have more people.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I do have one more question, Robert, if you don't mind. I swear it's the last. I mean, I hope it's the last one.
Yeah, don't worry.
So,
I enjoy talking with you guys.
Great. We'll definitely do it again. Don't worry. I'm wondering. So, obviously, you mentioned that you're building tools that you know that can contribute to the project, and you know that you can deliver on, much like what you've done so far with the SSV network. Those are usually I mean, not that they're small, but they're along the lines of the smaller grants or the smaller features, the smaller dashboards. Do you guys have a strategy doing the smaller components, or do you guys also have a plan on maybe down the road, I don't know, launching a staking service, launching a pool, launching something a bit larger than what you've started working on already?
Yeah, that's something we're trying to do. But so I as I mentioned before, so we are for the POS, we are at our baby step as well. So we're learning a little bit step by step with the SSV as well. So we want how to say, we want to contribute on our confidence. For example, we have been built such kind of tool before, for example, for a Filecoin and other. So those kind of things are pretty much the same. So it's been very useful for the other project. So I think it will be very useful for SSV. So we conducted some consultation in the community as well. So I think most people think so it will be useful. So for example, Filecoin at the very beginning, I think so the subscription service, I think one day there are like 200 and 300 people subscribe for it, just the first day. So I mean, so that's something we're very comfortable and also very confident with. So that's why. So we want to be very responsible, right? So we want to offer you what we are really good at, and also we're comfortable with, and also we have very strong technical skills. For the staking pool, yes, of course, we want to go that way as well. If we have enough capacity, so we have more team member, we're able to allocate more team member to on this side, of course. And also, I think in the future, so we really probably, if we want to go that way, so we really would need help from SSV as well, some technical guidance as well, and also to learn from the experience as an operator from SSV. So that's something we're trying to go. That's the path, that's the goal we want to achieve. But for right now, we want to be very confident to offer you whatever we have over here. So to be realistic, you know, yeah.
That's a great approach, sort of a step by step and then go big.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, that's it, Robert. No more questions from my end. I'll just double check again with Ben and Ariella in case they have more questions. In case they don't, what I would love for you to do is first of all, don't forget to send me the PPT. Again, I wasn't kidding. This was great. I'm sure the community would love to see the PPT as well. So if you don't mind sharing that with the community as well. Dean, on our side, obviously we'll edit the video, make sure it's nice so you can post it and share it. And again, I'm not a Chinese speaker. I wish I were, but if you are, I suggest you guys go into the Chinese group in SSV. Those guys are doing amazing things, many of them led by Hellman. So I more than encourage you guys to follow their lead and see what they're doing. Incredible things are happening there. So that's it from our end. Robert, I just wanted to say a big thank you. This was not only informative, but very, very cheerful. I feel like I'm happier now after the call compared to what I was before.
Thank you.
Nice,
yeah, that's the point.
Robert,
you know, that's the point. Making everybody happy. You know, so we want to build a tool to letting everybody convenient, don't lose money, and yeah, improve user experience, let everybody happy. You know, so really enjoying the experience doing staking and for sure. Yeah,
Robert,
that's the point.
I think that you are my favorite person in Shanghai, and my brother lives in Shanghai. So that says a lot.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, make sure to come visit me. Yeah.
We will. Once the lockdown's over, trust me, I'll be back on the Boon. I'll be back in the French concession. I'll be back there for sure.
Okay. Thanks so much.
Thank you for your time, Robert. It was great. Awesome. We'll send you the video when it's done. Like always, Ariel and Ben, thank you for everything. I'm very glad that you guys got the grant approved, and I'm very glad that you're a part of the network. And I really hope to see what else you guys are cooking.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.